Nampatia.
Thank you very much. Let us have Auntie Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Secretary General, Kenya Red Cross, Dr. Asha Mohammed, the Governor of Kenya Red Cross, Mr. Geoffrey Korio, bishops and representatives of religious societies present, and all the donors that are present. Members of the fourth estate, we love you because when we come and stand here, you are able to broadcast and be able to take this message to all Kenyans and people in the world to know that they have a responsibility as the brother's keeper and to make sure that we do not lose a life. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are all aware, there has been 4 back-to-back below average rainy season in arid and semi-arid lands. The regions of Kenya where it has resulted to longest drought, as you have had in the last 40 years. About 4.3 million people are affected by this acute food insecurity, and about 1.2 million livestock are already dead. This is the current data provided by the National Drought Management Services as at October 2022. Further reports indicate that there are 9 worst affected counties categorized as the red zone. These are Laikipia, Isiolo, Mandela, Garissa, Turkana, Wajir, Nyeri, Samburu, Marsabit, and another 14 which are categorized as yellow zone, namely Kitui, Tana River, Tharaka Nithi, Makwiny, Meru, Narok, Nyeri, Taita Taveta, Kwale, Kilifi, Baringo, Pokot, and Lamu. I am aware there are several organizations and individuals and agents, both from government and private sector, working tirelessly together to give these much needed interventions. And I would say that I'm reminded of one lady or a girl who was a victim in the Holocaust. And Anne Frank said, hunger is not a problem, but how wonderful it would be that, how wonderful it is that nobody needs to wait a single moment before a starving child dies. That is me who is paraphrasing what she said, that we don't need to wait as Kenyans. Many people, when they see me here, maybe flagging off this, they'll be asking, am I the government? But I believe you and I are the government that needs to govern and make sure that what God has given you, you need not wait, but donate whatever it is so that you can be able to save a life. Hunger does not know religion. Hunger does not know color. Hunger does not know white. Hunger does not know poor or the rich. When it strikes, it kills. And let me tell you, if you were to lose one life, when you are there sitting and you do not do something, you'll be accountable to God for that. And I'm very sure if all of us were to come together and do something about it, like the partners that we are having today who are standing by my side here, you will be making a difference. We must make a difference. You must make a difference. I must make a difference. Let's not wait for the government. Let's not wait for the other person. You are the person who can make a difference in that life, into that person, to that child who is crying, to that woman, to that mother who is watching a family die. And yet we are standing here and we have more than enough. Whatever you have is enough. If you give little and little, you have heard our Secretary General saying, if you put haba na haba ujaza kibaba. You just need that 1 shilling, donate it even to the Red Cross, whatever account they account, and those many shillings will make millions that will be able to make a difference. And therefore, through the efforts of my office, the following friends and partners have responded in an incredible kindness and have managed to do a contribution of food items as mentioned below. We have the BAPS charities, and you have seen them. They are standing here with me, led by Samit Patel, Natin and Raji Madaya. Listens, they have donated to us 11 tons that will go towards feeding the people who are hungry. We have also Chatan Gohi, Bhavesh Shah, Danish Vakra, Alim Sanderaj, Sanil Savna, Mrs. Krishma Chavda, and Dinesh Kotasha. Even if I don't pronounce right, these are the people that you see and are standing here, standing with this office and saying, we want to stand to be counted. We don't want the lives of people to be lost. We have also Siri Gadwara, Ramadhya Railway of South Sea. We have Tough Steel Limited, Imaramo, Kenya Red Cross. Let me tell you something. We don't need to do great things. We just need to do what one can be able to do. And I'm standing here not as a second lady in the republic, but as a human being and person who is touched by the affliction of others, to appeal to you so that we as Kenyans can stand together and be the brothers' keeper. In closing, I wish to call all Kenyans of goodwill to arise to the great need of saving lives of our fellow Kenyans, as Jesus Christ himself responded over acts of kindness in Matthew 25:40 and said, I truly tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did it for me. You are accountable to whatever you do. If anyone dies and you are right there and you have more than enough and you don't give, I can tell you, the spirit of the universe, one day you will face judgment. So I pray to everyone that as you hear me appealing, there is a need and let's not let other Kenyans die. Just come, let's be one and love one another, and we shall have a good nation, united and a healthy nation. We are also going to be, because we are in government, we are going to try and see and give advice on how we get together and bring people together so that we can mitigate this drought situation, so that we can change the lives. We don't want next year to be standing here. We want to have sustainable efforts that will be able to eliminate or eradicate the kind of famine and relief giving all the time. But this is only one of, but you will see as more. All these people have committed to continue giving, and others are giving. The next station will be, this one is going to Narok, we will be going to Makwiny, we are going to go to Idhanga, we are going to go to Isiolo, we are going to make sure that nobody dies. Because once a life is lost, we cannot bring it back. But if we can be able to support by mitigating the factors that would cause not any other time that we stand here and appeal for food, we are going to think of food security, we are going to think of a future of Kenyans, and they don't have to be dignified by staying without food and appealing for food. So today we will be giving with dignity, and tomorrow we will be mitigating those factors so that they don't have to die, but they live a dignified life. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency Dorcas Rigathi, Secretary General Dr. Asha Mohammed, all protocol observed. Members of the press, other guests here, ladies and gentlemen, mine is to first, on behalf of Kenya Red Cross Board and management, welcome you to Kenya Red Cross Society. We are honored that you chose to come and work with us in your initiative to support the millions of Kenyans currently going through the worst drought in generations. I want to really thank Your Excellency and all those who have contributed for the generosity you have shown today. This is an example we know will inspire many out there to also do something and support their brothers and sisters at this time of need. On behalf of the Kenya Red Cross members and volunteers, I want to assure you of our commitment to partner with you to ensure that this donation, and indeed all other donations you will raise through your efforts, reach the most deserved, and they do so quickly. Finally, please pass our warm regards to your husband and our Deputy President, His Excellency Gachagua. Congratulate him for us on their election. Kenya Red Cross is auxiliary to government, and we look forward to working very closely with the government of His Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto to better the lives of Kenyans. On behalf of the many volunteers, we want to really say thank you, and especially to you and the partners whom we have gathered here today to ensure that at least we show some commitment to our basic humanity, that we always say whatever we have extra, we can always try to use and utilize for the sake of those in dire need. Many people now in some areas in this country might be in dire need of food, and this food that we have at least gathered to flag off today will be able to support them and be able maybe to support various families. So on behalf of the team, Your Excellency, we want to say thank you, asante sana, for your support. I now take this opportunity to officially welcome you so that you can address this gathering and be able to flag off. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Second Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, the Governor of the Kenya Red Cross, Honorable Geoffrey Korir, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the families that will receive this food, let me begin by thanking Your Excellency and your delegation for your very generous efforts to support. At Kenya Red Cross, we firmly believe that to get through this drought, we will require the support of every Kenyan in whatever way possible. Your Excellency, it is now accepted that this is the worst drought to hit the region in over 40 years. What is worse is that the number of people in need of help continues to rise every day. Only early this year, we were speaking of 3 million people affected. But now, that number stands at over 4 million. This number could rise to 4.5 million by the end of the year, given that the October, November, December rains are projected to be inadequate. As the drought continues to intensify, the needs of the community continue to increase. People need food, water, and health services, among others. However, the effects go beyond sleeping hungry. Some of the things that are rarely discussed are issues of gender-based violence and the impact on education for our children, early marriages, increase in female genital mutilation. We have continued to partner with local and international stakeholders to support the most vulnerable. We are also supporting rehabilitation of strategic water sources and have partnered with the Kenya Meat Commission to buy and slaughter livestock under the offtake program. Over 300,000 people have benefited from this program, and I want to thank the government of His Excellency Dr. William Ruto for promising to extend this particular program further. Last year, we made an appeal for support through the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. This is the support that we have used to reach people so far. While this external support has been critical, we appreciate the overwhelming support from Kenyans, and indeed, up to 50% of the food we have distributed since the drought started early last year and before then during the COVID-19 response has been courtesy of donations from Kenyans, and many of whom are also still here today. We really appreciate this given the hard economic times we are all going through. I want to appeal to each one of us to stand with our fellow countrymen. As the popular Swahili saying goes, kidogo kidogo hujaza kibaba. So whatever little we can put together will go a long way in feeding a family. With the many crises at the global level affecting many of those who have supported us in the past, homegrown solutions is what will help us save our own from starving. And I really want to take this opportunity to thank Her Excellency for actually leading one of these major initiatives. As Kenya Red Cross, we are open to partner with anyone or any organization, and we shall be available to support with logistics to make sure the support reaches the most vulnerable. Going forward, we have reviewed our appeal for support in line with the growing number of those in need. We will continue to count on efforts such as this to support at least 1.4 million people most vulnerable over the next 6 months, and hopefully we can begin the long-term recovery efforts. As I just said a few days ago, history will judge us. So I think it's up to us to decide which side we want to be counted. Thank you.